Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's pretty different from my usual makeup and hair tutorials. But today, I feel like it's time to finally share with you guys what I have with my filming, my setup, whatever you want to call it. So you guys have been requesting this video for quite some time now, and I think finally I'm satisfied with whatever I have. My setup is super budget friendly, like it's insane. I've been doing a lot of DIY stuff, meaning like whatever I see on YouTube someone has, and if it's expensive, I'll try to look for an alternative, something I can use that's cheaper than the original price or the original object, and I'll try to make it work from there. And pretty much all the stuff that I have, I didn't get it in one day. It took me a couple years or so to complete my setup. I've never had backdrops before, so I've always used my wall or whatever's behind me. So don't think that you have to have a really nice setup at first if you're starting out, because I didn't. I did a lot of saving, and every time I saw something new online or whatever for my setup, like I made sure I saved money for it, because if this is not your passion, if you don't do this every day, I don't think it'll be worth it. I don't have a big studio, it's just in my room. Seriously, like a small space in my room, and I can't really leave my setup out because people come in and out of my room, and you'll see there's no space where you can walk. So if I have my setup laid out all day every day, it's gonna be hard. I struggle. So when I film, I just sit here, do what I need to do, and that's it, and then put everything away when I'm about to edit my videos. So when I'm filming, I gotta make sure I have it on schedule so I know what time and when it's cleanup and all that stuff. But there's some days where I just leave it out for like a couple days, and it's so hard to set up, so much work, and sometimes like you just don't want to move things around. So I really can't wait to have my own studio someday. Hopefully when I'm able to get a house, then I'll have my own little setup and upgrade some things. But so far, whatever I have now, whatever I'm gonna show you, it's been working for me. If you look at my last 10 videos, this is the whole setup that I've been using. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos, consider subscribing to my channel. The link is down below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys appreciate the things I do. Yeah, I think that's it. If I forgot anything, it'll be down below. So let's get on with the video. Let's see, it's recording. Here we go. So like I said, I do have a small space where I film my video, as you can see, and then I like to take out my ring light first, and I got this from Stellar Lighting Systems on Instagram, and I actually got this one for free. So I was very fortunate for them to sponsor me with a ring light, and I got it like almost 3 years ago. And then after I plug that in, I move on to my TV dinner table. I recently got this about 2 weeks ago. I decided to get something like this so I can place my laptop in front of my ring light. I just didn't have enough space with my other table that you will see in a little bit. And now I'm taking out my tripod. I got this from Amazon. So I got this about a month ago. This is one of the items that I decided to upgrade because my old one was too short and I couldn't really do anything with it. And this one is a lot sturdier than the other one. The other one was kind of flimsy because the legs were too skinny and my camera was too heavy for it. So this one's good. And then as you can see, I'm winding up the top to make it a little bit higher. And then that's where I'm gonna place my camera. And I like to put the tripod behind the ring light. And then as you can see, I'm just readjusting pretty much everything, like the ring light and the tripod. Once you start recording yourself, you'll kind of see how you want things. If you want the tripod high, the ring light low, or facing up, down, whichever you prefer, really, it's really up to you. So this was a table that I've been using for a very long time, and I finally upgraded to this table that I showed everyone on my Snapchat. And it's a folding table, and then you can lift up the legs so it's higher. The black one that I had was too short for me, so I would always slouch when I'm filming, or I would just make my mirror a little higher. And like I said earlier, I always have to put away everything once I'm done, so I needed something that will fold up and I can easily put away somewhere in my apartment. And then usually once all the tables are set, I like to put my computer on top of that TV dinner table and then connect it to my camera. So this will be like my screen. I don't have a separate screen for it, so I downloaded this app for my camera, or the program with the camera, and I just use that to see myself when I film. And since I don't have that much space in my room, I have to be careful every time I put away something or every time I'm setting up something, because it's so easy for me to just hit my computer or my ring light and my camera, which is pretty scary. Alright, so this is how it looks like with the ring light, camera, computer, and the new table. And this part's funny because I was using a sunshade for the longest time. I mean, it was only $5 at Walmart. I mean, it worked for a while. It was good for that price. And then a week ago, I decided to upgrade and I got this Flex Fill thanks to my friend Crispy for suggesting it. And it comes with 4 different reflectors. Be careful when you open it because it's going to do that to you. And then I like to use the silver one because I feel like, I don't know, it just gives a better reflection. But I mean, that's just me. You can pretty much use any of these reflectors for anything, so be creative with this. And then I like to put this right on top of the table like so. And since now that my table is high enough, I won't have to put anything underneath the reflector. And then next, I like to put like 2 boxes on both sides and then put mirrors right there, so when I'm doing my looks I can easily look to the side, either left or right. And for my chair, I use a regular computer chair that I got from Walmart. So I've had this chair for a very long time. I think it was like $15 or $20. It was really cheap. And then you can see that I'm just adjusting the mirrors for my liking, and yeah, this is how I sit when I film. Okay, so moving on to the background lighting, I got these lights from Home Depot. They were like $10 plus the bulb, so I spent about $20 for one. For one set, I actually have 2 of them, so I would say like $40 tops. So I like lighting the background because it just makes it look very clean. I also got this giant styrofoam board. It's actually bigger than this. I made them cut it in half, so that's why it looks like this. And this is actually for your walls. So one side is silver and then the other side is like white, but when you first get it, there's this big sticker on it. So you have to carefully remove that and it's gonna look like this. I actually use this as reflectors, so I like to put this on the sides of the table. And then sometimes if I want like a clear white background, then I use this for that. I can even use this as a base for any fabric backgrounds that I have. So I just put it over and then clip it to the sides so it doesn't fall. And then of course you want to steam the fabric. Oh, I almost tripped. You want to steam it so it's not all wrinkly like this, but I got no time for that today. And then I'm using my Alex drawer to clip on that backlight, and ta-da! Now it's lit. You'll get that halo effect when it's like really close like that. I just love how the light diffuses the backdrop. It looks so professional. So that's one way, and then the other way, you can always pin up your backdrops on the wall, straight to the wall. You don't have to have this board. Okay, so now I'm gonna take out my backdrop stand, and this one's from Amazon. I actually got this for Christmas. My sister gave this to me. I've always wanted it, but I always had an excuse not to buy it. Like I always say, well, I can use the wall or the styrofoam board. They do have different brands for this background stand, but I gave her a link for the cheapest one I could find. So yeah, this is the one I got. What's cool about this, you can pretty much set it up anywhere. So you could be in your kitchen, your living room, bedroom, outside if you're having a party or something. You can do so many things with this stand. And it comes with 4 barrels, but I usually just use 2 of them because my room is too small. But I believe if you do all 4 bars, it's going to be like 10 by 10. So it gets pretty high. That's why I don't pull up the stands like all the way up, or else it's going to touch the ceiling. Once the bars are locked in, that's when I actually pull it up to the height I want. So I just loosen up the first setting, which is about 5 feet. And then you have to think about the fabric you're gonna get. I usually get 6 feet by 6 feet, so I have enough room to move around when I clip it onto the bars. My camera lens doesn't zoom in, or it doesn't zoom in and out, so I have to get fabric that's like wide enough for my lens. And then the clips I'm using, I got it from Home Depot. It's like one of those heavy duty clips, and it comes with 18 clips inside a pack. And obviously you want to steam the backdrop if you're using fabric. And then now I'm going to use the same light that I got from Home Depot and clip it right on top of this backdrop. So now it's going to depend on how you want it to look. But for this type of setting, I like it when the light hits the back of my head and it gives me that illusion that I'm away from the backdrop. You can even point it down some more so it's hitting the actual backdrop. And then you can even place this right on the bottom too. So it really depends, again, like where you want the light to hit. So that's another option too. And I think that's it for my setup. I hope you guys liked it and I hope you guys learned something. For more details, make sure to check my description box. I will try and list everything on there. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see next down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.